All right, thanking Jeannie D so much, and all the best of luck to all of you out there. Go and meet your destiny. Now, Samsung celebrity chef Reuben Riffel shares how his mom seemed to really dolly up her food when some of her friends and family visited. This is a simple finger sandwich recipe that Reuben tweaked just a little bit, as he does, but it's still in the spirit and style of his mom, who used to serve it up. And he shares this recipe and a very heartwarming story with us.
Sandwiches are part of everyone's childhood, and celebrity chef Reuben Riffel is no different.
Now, I've got a big family, and I enjoy those family gatherings. And normally, I want to spend as much time as possible with them, so I don't want to waste my time in the kitchen. And I've got just the perfect snack. Never underestimate the humble sandwich. And it's quite fitting that the star of the show is in my Samsung Food Showcase refrigerator. And I can look as long as I want without letting out any of the cold air to decide what I want. So there's my prawns. And my vegetables are down here, crisp and fresh in their own little compartment.
Peel and finely slice a small cucumber into strips, then season well with salt.
So the reason why I'm putting it in the sieve and adding salt is to remove most of that moisture and is to intensify that flavor.
To add color and heat, half a red chili, remove the seeds and julienne before chopping finely.
Next up, there's even more chopping. I've got some spring onions and some celery to go, as well as this basil. But don't let that deter you. As in my kitchens, preparation really is key. So yes, you'll spend a lot of time doing this, but it will mean later on you'll just have so much more time to spend with your family.
The outside celery stalks are usually reserved for the base of soups and stews, but Reuben prefers the tender stalks.
Normally for celery, I use the inside of the celery, the heart of the celery, so it's a lot more fragrant and a lot softer, which is also perfect for the sandwich.
Finely chopped, the celery adds crunch, while basil packs a flavor punch.
Be careful not to chop it too finely, because then it will start to turn brown. Time for the prawns. So these little guys have just been blanched. They've been peeled and they've been cleaned. So they're still nice and moist, perfect for our filling. So if it's difficult to find prawns, obviously you can improve on this. If you find crayfish, even better. But you know what, I grew up where we actually use tinned smoked mussels or even those tinned oysters. That's where I actually got this idea from.
Steep the saffron in water before adding to the ready-made mayonnaise. In a pinch, saffron can be substituted for dry turmeric.
Just by adding that to our mayonnaise, it's going to add great color and great intense flavor.
Combine all the prepared ingredients, then add the zested rind of a lemon as well as the juice for added acidity.
Great, now for the lovely bread. I want nice and delicate little sandwiches, so I'm not going to cut it too thick. And I'm using unsalted butter, as I don't want to add to the saltiness of the sandwich.
A thick layer of guacamole is spread on the buttered bread for even more flavor before being generously topped with a creamy prawn filling.
Really nice and intense flavor, so you don't need to use too much.
A sprinkling of sliced spring onion and the sandwiches are ready to be toasted over a medium heat.
What I want is that golden, crispy color on the outside, so let's quickly check. That's what I want. That's perfect. So that little bit of heat actually also intensifies the flavor. And it reacts with, you know, the herbs that we've added, like the basil. And basil, when you heat it up slightly, will actually go even more sweet. The great thing is, when you have a lot of people coming over, this is perfect as a canapé. You know what? I can hear my guests are outside. Let me go welcome them.
To get Reuben's canapé sandwich recipe, SMS the keyword Samsung to 47490.
Every great recipe has a story. Tell us yours, and if we like it, we'll cook it. Enter today by visiting theloveoffood.co.za.
Masterclass in how Mama used to make it. Thank you, Reuben. Now, if you've got a recipe, or perhaps it's one of your mother's secret winning recipes that you think could be one of the best in the land, we're going to give you the opportunity to win your share of 300,000 rands worth of Samsung appliances. What you've got to do is go onto loverfood.coza, post your recipe. If we like it, we'll duplicate it, and you could be one of those 6 incredibly lucky people to win, and win big with Samsung. Now, lest we forget, love is in the air, and I'm just getting Valentine's vibes coming from Leigh-Anne. Lee?